Namo Namaha. I am Shubha and I am a native Sanskrit speaker and a Sanskrit teacher. In this video, we shall see what does Yajna actually mean and also explore the various types of Yajnas. Before going into the details of what does the word Yajna mean, know that Yajna can be broadly classified into two types. The Bahya Yajna, which is the Yajna that most people will relate to when they hear the word Yajna. Bahya Yajna is the Yajna which is performed externally. A large number of priests gather and the sacred fire is established on the altar and various special things are offered into the fire. This Yajna is also very scientific. We all know what is acid rain. The rain these days is not of good quality because it has chemicals in it, and we all know the reason behind it. It is because we burn lot of chemical substances. The fire is a carrier of what we burn into the atmosphere. The Vedic rishis knew this and they did the opposite to benefit everyone. They offered good quality ghee, special and medicinal herbs and much more. It's a huge science actually. When these were put into the fire, the quality of the rain was obviously very good, which in turn gave good quality crops and hence good health for people and also animals. But this Bahya Yajna is not the only type of Yajna. There is something called Antar Yajna. This Yajna is performed within our mind. I am not creating this concept of Antar Yajna. It is mentioned in the Vedas and the Upanishads. In the 78th Anuvaka of Mahanarayana Upanishad of Taittiriya Aranyaka, it says, Manasamiti vidvamsas tasmad vidvamsa eva manase ramante. Before this line, there are few more verses where it says, for some people, Agnihotra is the means of liberation and they take delight in that. For some, Vedic rituals is the means of liberation and they take delight in that. And like this, few more things are mentioned. And the last stanza is this, Manasamiti, this. It means the Vidvamsas, meaning the wise people, consider Manasa Yajna as a means of liberation and the wise people delight in inward worship. The different names of Yajna are Yagaha, Savaha, Adhvaraha, Saptatantuhu, Makhaha, Kratuhu. Now let us look at what Yajna actually means and we shall see its meaning from the perspectives of Antar Yajna and Bahya Yajna. Before I go further, I am pronouncing this as Yajna. If you have doubt about the pronunciation of this letter, then please watch this video of mine. I will also leave the link in the description. You can watch this video, you complete watching this video and then you can watch the video to understand the correct pronunciation of this word, letter Jna. What I am pronouncing is not the only correct pronunciation, so do watch that video. And I request you to subscribe to my channel. That will definitely help me in growing this channel. Also, I take online Sanskrit classes for beginners. If you are interested in learning Sanskritam, then do check out my website for details. I will also leave the link to my course in the description below. Yajna and Yaga, both these words are from the Dhatu Yaj. Dhatus are nothing but root words from which various words are formed. If we see the meaning of this Dhatu Yaj, the Dhatu Patha of Panini Maharshi says, Yaj Deva Puja Sangati Karana Daneshu, which means the Dhatu Yaj stands for Deva Puja, that is, worshipping a Deva. We need to understand the meaning of the word Deva Puja further. Deva Puja refers to the sacred act. What is a sacred act? How can you differentiate an act as a sacred act and a not so sacred act? The answer is, when an action is performed by being aware of our connection with the Supreme, it is considered as a sacred act. The Supreme is called Ekam or Tadekam in the Vedas and is also called Brahman in the Upanishads. It is that one force that is all pervading. It is there in our tiny cells and also is covering the whole universe. We are always connected to this Brahman, but we are not always aware of our connection with it. Whenever we do something by being aware of our connection to the Supreme Brahman, we are performing a sacred act, a Deva Puja. Take for example the simple act of walking on the earth. While walking, if you see earth as a manifestation of the Supreme Brahman and you feel that gratitude towards Mother Earth and through that you connect to the Supreme Brahman, then that simple act of walking becomes a sacred act, a Deva Puja. That is why the rishis regarded everything as divine. They called the earth Bhuma Devi. And when we have such a connection with the divine, we can never mindlessly throw rubbish on earth. We will automatically dispose the waste in a very sensible way and take good care of Bhuma Devi. This was just an example to illustrate what is Deva Puja. We can apply this to so many things in our daily life. Now you may give a name and form to this Supreme Brahman if it makes it easier for you to connect with it. For example, you may be a person who feels very connected to, say, Lord Ganesha. So you may give the form of Ganesha to that Supreme Brahman so that your connection with the Supreme Brahman becomes easier and can sustain for a longer time. Also, Deva Puja refers to the invocation of various cosmic forces. Though we cannot see them through our eyes, we will be able to feel their presence. Like for example, Indra at the psychological level is our mind. We cannot see the mind, but we can definitely feel its presence. Similarly, Varuna is vastness. Saraswati represents the flow of inspiration and creative ideas from a higher plane into our consciousness. If you want to know more about what exactly is Saraswati, then check this video. I will leave a link in the description also. So Deva Puja means invoking these cosmic forces and asking them to enter our system so that we can be empowered and we can achieve our goals and also harmony. This is Deva Puja from the point of view of Antaryajna or Manasa Yajna. The Deva Puja from the point of Bahya Yajna, you all know. It is worshipping by offering flowers, fruits, etc. I don't think I need to explain this. The next meaning of the Dhatu Yaj is Sangati Karanam, meaning bringing resources together. The resources can be human resources and also material resources like the various materials that are used in performing yajnas. The Bahya Yajna, meaning the outer yajna, needs many people to not just perform the yajna but also to do various activities that are involved in it. In the case of Antaryajna, that is the inner yajna, we need to bring in all the scattered mental and spiritual energy and focus it on this, that is on the invoking the cosmic powers within us. And the last meaning of the Dhatu Yaj is Danam, meaning giving without expecting anything in return. In the Bahya Yajna, there is a lot of charity work involved. The main performer of the Yajna is called the Yajamana. The Yajamana usually does a lot of charity. They will give clothes, food, cattle and so much more to anyone who comes there. In the case of Antaryajna, the person distributes the energy that he acquires by invoking the cosmic forces, by blessing and wishing good for others. If you see the Vedic mantras, you will see that they usually do not say bless me. They will say bless us. Take the Gayatri mantra for example. The last line of the mantra says Dhiyo Yonaf Prachodayat, meaning may our Dhi Shakti be inspired. If you notice here, the mantra says our and not my. Naha means our. You will notice this attitude of welfare of everyone in most of the mantras. Also, our prayers are like this. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramayaha. That is, may everyone be happy, may everyone be healthy. It doesn't say, may I be happy and healthy. The Antaryajna and Bahya Yajna were just the very broad classifications of Yajna. There are many more types of yajnas which I will discuss in the next video. If you like this video and found some value in it, then please do click the like button. That will definitely help the algorithm to take this video to many more people. And also please do subscribe to my channel. It will help me grow this channel and bring more such content to you. And do let me know which of the two yajnas is very dear to you. Which is the one that you would like to practice, the Bahya Yajna or the Antar Yajna. Both are equally significant. So do let me know what resonates more with you. And also do share this video with interested people. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end. Agrime chitre punah melitasmi. Namo namah.
you